So, welcome to this series called Landlord Dealing with Professional Tenant. It is going to be a series of what happened to me as a small landlord and the law that the government makes that's affecting tens, if not thousands, of small landlord homeowners. So, there's one thing I need to talk about before we even start because the ability to be able to face this problem heads on is one thing that I know I learned from my mom when I was growing up. When I was growing up, my mom taught me at the time, like, girl, come here. You're the first one in the family. Meaning that you have to be strong. You have to be able to face your problem squarely. Because when the problem comes, the problem isn't going to solve itself. So what you're going to need to do is face it. If you believe, pray, and God will help you. And I gotta tell you, the one that I listened to that amazing, woman to, all the problem are solved. The one that I chicken out, like the case of my marriage and the demise of my son and everything that happened, I regretted it. So when this case of me becoming a small landlord and then get into this trouble, and I said I refuse, I'm never gonna let it, you know, put me in a situation that I won't be able to get up again. Even though it is tough though, don't get me wrong. Every situation that we have in life is very different. But our ability to be able to face all the trouble and the problem and the trials and tribulation heads on, put on a big smile when that thing wanna kill you, will allow you to be able to succeed. Trust me, I know it's tough, but you can do it. So, we are going to start this series now. I'm going to need you to please follow, like, and share. Not only for yourself now, even now you might be saying, oh, I'm a tenant, I don't really care. What's going to happen in the future, you don't know. You might decide, to be a landlord yourself. If you know what I did not know, you will not get yourself in this trouble. I wish there was some landlord at the time that were nice to be able to say this out so that I would have been able to learn and know. But I didn't know. It's lesson learned. And the reason why I didn't know how to say is I've been, renting houses for a very long time now. And I never had problem with, any of my tenants. I mean, I was a tenant for a long time, but I treated, my landlord houses as mine. But tenants are not the same. We got fantastic and good tenants, and so we do have all these professional tenants. So this particular one that I'm really in trouble with is one thing I'm gonna really, really talk about step by step so that if you are about to get into this kind of business, you know what to do. Or even if you find yourself in that trouble, you know what to do so that the trouble is not going to be as complicated as mine. Because the trouble should have been maybe just a couple of months and then that would have been it. But I made a couple of mistakes. And those mistakes, I'm not shy. I always want to share whatever I might have done wrong so that other doesn't fall into that pit. I believe that. And I believe the karma is what follows me. That even if I get myself in trouble, karma will take me out of it because I always believe everybody else not to fall into the same bad pit that I fell into. So please make sure, like I said, follow, share, and comment and see what we can do because with this particular problem, unless we go after the government in order to change it, they're not going to change it. I mean, good tenants have nothing to fear. Because if you're a good tenant, you're paying your rent, your house is neat, your house is okay. There's no reason for a stupid landlord to come and bother you. None. With mine, Jesus Christ, I don't even know where to start. I don't know where to stop. So I'm going to show you the series as we go on, and then you're going to be able to understand. And I'm now even writing a book about it. I don't care if I have to give the book free for so many landlords that's going to need it so that they don't find themselves in this kind of situation because the government that's making all the law, the government is protecting itself. Every citizen should be the government's, problem, but the government is passing these responsibilities on the poor, small landlord homeowners to the extent that you ruin their credit, you ruin their finances, and it ruins so many lives. I've lost thousands of dollars. Not even a joke, all because I was trying to help someone that I did not know is a professional tenant. Whatever she did, she did it. She doesn't care. Some say, oh, maybe she has a mental health. I'm like, look, there's nobody with mental health issue that wants to live on the street, that wants to freeze to death in wintertime, or that wants, that wants to be cooked like a meat during the summertime. So whatever they do, they know. Everybody's smart. So do not allow professional tenant to spoil your finances, your future, your family inheritances. Do not allow them to spoil it for you. The cares that you are going to be taking, I'm going to highlight some as well as go along. So please follow, like, and share, and we're all going to find solution, because life is supposed to be good for each and every one of us on the planet. I believe that. So welcome to this series